Okay. Banner Saga 3. Oh, hang on. Frankie would normally do this for me, but he is away. Okie doke. Whoops. It's good, good, we're good. Okay, what did we do last time? Well, we followed Ivor's group for a little while. Turns out Juno is still alive, despite the fact that we thought that she was dead. Oh yeah, Walter could do that now. I think actually anybody can do it. I think. It don't have to be a mod. I think it works the same as the quote command. Oop. Can't jerk off cocks. I think that's Nightbot's favorite quote because he always quotes it. Let's see what else we got. Is that a boat? That's a dock. I don't remember saying that one. Yeah. We followed Juno's group for a while. She's alive. Oh, that's right. She explained to us the entire story to this point. So, back when she and Ivan were with the Menders, they were Valka. Ivan was apparently brilliant, but he had some serious mental issues. His mind was unbalanced, she said. And so she started to try to study a way to help him with that. And in studying that, she learned how to control minds. And the Valka found out about that because... Oh, from Dishonored. Yeah, maybe I have a vague memory of that. Yes, so she learned how to control minds. The Valka didn't like that. And they sentenced her to death. They sentenced her to exile or something, but she could choose death, and if she chose death, Ivan would be spared. So she chose death. Ivan had fallen in love with her, or they'd fallen in love with each other. So Ivan picked up her corpse, carried her to Ridgehorn, which he knew was an entrance into the underworld. He came down to the underworld, carried her to the Black Sun inside the earth, used the Black Sun's power to resurrect her, but in doing so, the Black Sun cracked. The serpent was inside the Black Sun, gestating. The serpent came out, started destroying the world. The darkness spread from the Black Sun. The dredge left the underworld and came above ground because they were fleeing the darkness. Basically, the entire story started from there. It went crazy. It's incredibly cheerful, yes. I'm catching up with the chat here. Quote something I said a minute ago before I go back to studying. While we're off camera, Pam, I wanted you to let you know that you and Metro can suggest another game for my streams now that I'm almost done with Bloodborne. Another game for your streams, eh? I will have to think about that. Hey, MCR, have you played Diablo 2? Or any of the Diablo games? I would watch you play Diablo 2. That'd be cool. All right. We're here in the underworld at the Dredge Godstone. And there was a bell that we had an option of ringing, but we chose not to. We resisted temptation. I think it's that. Maybe that's it. Oh no, it looks like it's hanging from his face or something. Charlie's playing Fallout New Vegas. Ooh. Play Diablo 3 with friends. I would suggest, MCR, that you try streaming Diablo 2 if you can get it up and running. It's tons of fun, and there are actually some mods that make it a bit higher resolution so that it can be played on in HD screen formats. Diablo 2 is fun on its own, and it's fun to watch somebody who's never played it play it, because there's a lot of learning the mechanics and the loot and all that stuff. It's neat. I enjoy it. Diablo 2 still is one of my favorite games ever. I'd say it's probably top 5 favorite games. Right. Okay. So, here's the thing. Last time, Metro was here. Max was here. And we managed to get 6 more days for Arborong. Oh, that's the other thing. So this was Juno's group. Meanwhile, in Arborong, I was going to call her Anai. That's not her name. Alette's group was fighting warped monsters off the wall. The darkness is right outside the wall, and they're just barely holding it at bay. The whole city has gone to hell. There are riots, race war. They're just barely holding together. It's desperate. But we managed to get another 6 days for Arborong. So, I had thought, well, my heroes are all banged up. They need to rest for 3 days to be completely healed. 2 days would get everybody except Bercy and Ivor healed. I was considering that. And then Max, last time, said, no, don't rest. You only got 6 days and you got to get there. It's like, shit, okay. The problem is, if I don't rest, then all my heroes are a bit nerfed in strength, and any fights we have going forward are going to be even more difficult. But I am going to follow Max's advice. I think it makes sense from a role-playing perspective. This is the end, and we're all hanging on by a thread as it is. The most important thing is getting Ivan and Juno to the tower. That's it. To the White Tower that leads to the Black Sun, blah, 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 blah. In the deepest dungeon of the tallest tower, blah, 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 blah. Classic fantasy stuff. Okay, so let's not even rest. Let's just leave. It's a motley crew. Oh, and Bach's dead, by the way. We lost Bach. Ooh, shit's getting weird. Look. I mean, shit was already weird, but it's getting weirder. Oh, great. Okay, here we go. Apologies for the shitty accent. Any of you ever tasted Tistleberry mead? Spar blurts out in the middle of a deep and oppressive silence. You're all some grim company lately. I could really go for some Tistleberry right now. Others mumble in agreement, but someone passes around enough strong drink. Oh, thanks, Lord Holloway. Appreciate it. Appreciate the host. Charlie, appreciate the host. Others mumble in agreement, but someone passes around enough strong drink to spread around. Soon they're trying to one-up each other about what they plan to do when they return to Arborong. Okay. Last time we had an option to listen to somebody, we listened to, Ditch, and he talked us into a huge fight because he started making all kinds of noise and all these monsters approached and attacked us. So I think with that being in our recent memory, we're going to err on the side of caution, tell them to shut up and be quiet. Shut up and stop drinking. You know what I'm excited about? You interject. The rest of you shutting your mouths. Sour expressions roll off you like a water over a duck. I imagine our morale is going to go down. Morale decline. But it's still great. I still can't believe we have great morale down in hell. Why is it warmer right here? Ooh, somebody peed in the water. And why does this part look different from the rest? This is... Hold on. Soaring shards of smoky glass jut askew from the ground as if flung there. At first it looks like more of the inner Earth's strangeness, until you realize that these are splinters of the Black Sun. Images reflect off the mirrored surfaces, creating an illusory army of ravens as you walk through. Weird. Great, says Volka. I didn't think I could hate this place more. Now there's 6 of Ditch. It's kind of funny that in this last game, Ditch is suddenly a pariah. He hasn't been anything before this. The nauseating, sweaty warmth still radiating from the fragments has everyone eager to pass through, except Ivan. He has stopped at one, with his hand pressed against the glassy surface, looking at his own reflection. Uh-oh. Ivor says, "Come on, Ivan, it's time to go." She's got like a little mini black sun, right? Ivan says, "I hardly recognize myself." Ivor says, "Could be worse." Ivan says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to compare. The reality of what I must do is sinking in. We're getting close." Ivan stares out into the distance. Ivor says, "Now is not the time for second thoughts." Ivan says, "It was always such a long way off. There was more time." "Hey, Dr. Fat. Welcome." Ivor says, "Time for what exactly?" Ivan sighs heavily. He says, "Juno revealed it already, but there's something you may not have fully grasped. Something she forbade me to tell you. She worried it might change things." "No more secrets, dude. This is it. Come on, tell me." Ivan says, "The only way the Black Sun will return to the sky is for Juno to seal the darkness within. So she has to stay there, trapped, for eternity. A fate worse than death. And it was my fault. All she's done since is fight tooth and nail to make things right. All she's ever done." You can see anger spreading across Ivan's face. He almost looks as if he's drawing energy from the sun shard. "Just got home from drama club rehearsal. Gonna try out the Fallout New California mod." Hey, that sounds good. What are you rehearsing in drama club? "How's the wife and kids? How's the anniversary?" They are good. My oldest son, who has in the last year or so been dealing with some depression-related issues, has been really good these last few weeks. Been working hard on schoolwork, enjoyed our trip up north, so that's all very refreshing. Very good to hear. And then, of course, my relationship with my wife and my other son is good. Everybody's good. We're all healthy. That's important. And we're under a house, under a roof, and we're able to go to school and to work. We can feed ourselves. That's all I can ask for. Haunted hospital. I do not believe I've ever heard of that. Ivan says, "What if there's another way?" Uh-oh. "Ivan, you punk. You're the reason that the whole world fell apart in the first place." "Yes, exactly, Charlie. I'm very happy to do better. Everybody deals with something. You know, I've dealt with depression in the past. It's just something you gotta work through. It's fine. He'll be alright." Ivan says, "Even with the sun broken, there must be energy enough here to destroy the serpent. It might be enough." "Yeah, the serpent, fine, but what about the darkness, dude?" "Exactly. Will killing the serpent even fix things?" Ivan says, "I don't know, but I'm certain it will come for us again. There's nothing else for it to do. Why shouldn't I try? Why should I keep asking for permission?" Ivan says, "Ivan, think of your friends in Arboron." Ivan's mouth becomes a thin line, and some of the fire in his eyes goes out. He says, "I know." He apologizes. "My thoughts have always been difficult to control, ever since birth. My mother was the head of the Valka in her time. When she had a boy, the council was worried. The males of our kind have always had a touch of madness to varying degrees. My father couldn't contain his own." Ivor says, "I suppose that kind of power would be hard for anyone. Ivan says, "It is a curse. I'm only alive at all thanks to Juno. She has kept this power within me from spilling out. She spoke to me in a dream at Einertoft. I wasn't even sure it was real. I had gone so long without her help, I was starting to lose control again. Everything she's done was to heal me, and for that she suffers." He says, "Can you imagine feeling so powerful and so weak at the same time?" Ivor says, "I can imagine." Basically a haunted house, like you walk through it. That's interesting. Oh, hey, Charlie, that's good to hear. I hope things continue on the right track. Glad to hear it. I've been there, man. I have almost broken up with somebody 2 or 3 times, but we're still together. Ivan nods as Folka approaches the two of you in a huff. If that's not quick enough, leave in a minute in a huff. Folka says, "You done with your little cry yet, you sad baby?" Damn, Folka. It's hardcore. Ivan steps away from the sunshine with a scowl on his face, returning to where Juno awaits. Folka says, "That one's got problems, and that's coming from me." This whole adventure has hardened Folka quite a bit. Ivor says, "It's still hard to imagine those two falling for each other." Folka says, "You think so?" Ivor says, "You don't?" What is the Banner Saga about? Well, where to begin? It takes place in a fantasy setting that's kind of like a Scandinavian... It's basically like a fantasy Scandinavian setting. There are a few major races that we know of. There's humans, which Folka here is one of. There's the Varl, which Ivor, the giant, here is one of. They're basically just giant men with horns. There's Horseborn, which are basically centaurs. And there is Dredge, which are like giant stone people. And at the beginning of the very first game, the sun has stopped moving in the sky, all the gods are dead, and weird shit starts happening. The world starts falling apart, there's a giant serpent that shows up and starts eating the world. There's a strange darkness that starts spreading across the world and turning everything into warped monsters. And so the game follows a small group of people, or actually a couple small groups of people. And the reason it's called the Banner Saga is because the small tribe of people has a banner that displays their entire tribe's history, and so they walk through the terrain with their banner. And you encounter all kinds of different... it's kind of like an Oregon Trail where you walk for a while and then you encounter an event and you have to make a decision. And then you walk for a while and you encounter another event and you have to make a decision. And then there's combat that's turn-based. It's tons of fun. It's really fun. And the biggest draws to the game for me are the animation style, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's based off of an artist named Ivan Earl, who worked for Disney for a while, amongst other artwork that he produced. And so there's the artwork, there's the turn-based combat, which I really enjoy. Hey, Max is here. Hi. And there's the music. The soundtrack for all 3 games has been done by Austin Wintory and is fantastic. It's one of my favorite soundtracks ever. Highly recommended. And you can get all 3 games. I think each game was like $20 or so on Steam. So you have to spend about $60 for all 3, but each one is... Dr. Fat's name is Max too? Oh my god, there's multiple Maxes now. This is getting out of hand. There might be a bundle sale of them that you could get at a discount. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, each game, when you play through it once, is maybe 12 hours of gameplay. But I've played I've played the first one more than once. The second and third one I have not yet, but I will. Okay. There can be only one. Get ready for the banhammer. Oh boy. Mod fights. The audience is to the max. Uh-huh. Volka laughs and she punches you on the shoulder. She says, "I can see why you wouldn't get it, Varl. It's not just the one arm you're missing. Every girl in the world wants a boy to promise he'd give her the sun and the stars. Imagine having the one man who actually pulls the sun out of the sky for you." Volka almost looks embarrassed with herself as you head back to the caravan. Okay. I think Volka's telling us she has a thing for Ivan. A little bit. Oh man, only 2 days left. We're not gonna make it. I am just going to say it, Spar grosses. I'm starving, and I don't mean it as an expression. I'm so hungry I might die. The caravan is getting precariously low on food, and nobody dares to drink the water that pools in dark crevices. You're feeling it yourself. I drink weirdly, really. The stone singer seems to understand, though you've never seen them eat anything before. Scraping a hard, bell-shaped object from the cliff walls and handing it to you with a motion like opening a book. Got a drinking problem. Like Stryker in Airplane. Huh! I thought that was just more craggy rock, says Spar, taking the thing. It has a hard obsidian shell, but what's cracked open, a strikingly bright pink plant resides within, squishy to the touch. It looks like a mushroom. It doesn't smell strange or display the same warped weirdness that everything else does. There seem to be quite a few more still clinging on onto the cliffside. So, who's gonna try it first? Spar wonders aloud. Ask the Valk if it's safe. They've been here before. Some AA pamphlets for me. Okay. Alfrun speaks up. I've eaten inner earth plants before, she says, but I can't say if the darkness has tainted it. I can help if it makes you sick, though. Probably. Step up and take the chance. Let's go. It does remind you of a mushroom. It tastes like a mushroom. A couple minutes later, you're actually feeling a bit stronger, a bit more energized, in fact. The others cautiously gather handfuls and eat as much as they dare. You swear the caravan moves on a little faster than before. No, it's okay, Charlie. I get it. I get it. Extra time. Oh yeah, we're in turbo mode now. We basically just got a star in Mario. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Keep a friend company. Alfrun beckons during a short rest, patting a lonely rock at the caravan's edge. Ooh. Innocent enough, but you see ulterior motives on her face, brighter than the white tower in the distance. Ivor says, you have something on your mind. Alfrun says, you, Ivor. It's funny. I should hate you. Many sculptors being the dredge, are my friends, and you are who they tell their children to fear. But I don't hate you. The more I know about you, the more about you I know, the more I like you. Ivor says, is that really what you wanted to talk about? Alfrun says, straight to the point. Ivan and Juno, they trust you, don't they? But I wonder if they have earned your trust. Do they have yours? Alfrun says, of course not. Now, Juno, she may be weaving little truths, but step back. Look at the whole tapestry. They wield terrible power, perhaps you've noticed. It's exactly why they made the Order of Menders. Ah, look over here. We're only healing the sick, building houses. Pay no mind to the madmen on ivory towers turning the world inside out. Ivor says, I've considered it. Alfrun says, come closer. Ivan created a Fey and immortal. Can you comprehend? Juno cannot die. But that wasn't their goal, was it? Was it immortality without power? Misery. No, I think they are trying to make a god. To make themselves gods. Don't tell me you believe they've come so far just to undo it all. Whoa, wait a minute. Underground, giant sun slash rock slash heart. People trying to use it to make themselves gods? It's Vivek and Almalexi and Sothasil all over again. Hem sings. Oh, God. Charlie. Okay. I suppose I'll have to check that out later. The sixth house rises. Yeah, exactly. Post that in Discord, Charlie. I'll check it out afterwards. What are you implying? Let's just follow that out. Destiny is made. Alfred says, not to sit back and let it happen. That should be clear. Say nothing now. I'm not asking you for promises. But a time will come, and soon, I think, when you'll see the truth unfolding before your eyes. When that time comes, look to me. Trust your instincts. Juno and Ivan are not the only ones who know how to twist the threads. I will make certain what they claim to be doing is what is done. Huh. I've got to live here too, you know. Okay. Alfrun always has this shifty look about her. She looks very untrustworthy, but I've liked her so far. However, she is kind of sort of... She was starting to warp when we found her. That's why her flesh is kind of tearing here, right? Thanks, Charlie. So could it be that she is being influenced by the darkness and is trying to sabotage our efforts to stop it? Or is she telling the truth? To be warped. Well, okay, so I mentioned there's a darkness that's expanding across the earth in this game. When the darkness envelops you, it seems like sometimes gradually, and also in other cases it seems like instantly, you're turned into this warped creature, which is like humans are turned into basically like, not quite zombies, more like ghouls. There's kind of this, you get like this kind of purplish glowy quality about you, and it turns you into a monster, basically. So it happens to Varl, it happens to humans, it happens to animals, like we've seen warped bears, we've seen warped horseborn. Basically, you become an enemy of everything that's normal. You become like the darkness's minion. So she has some warped features on her skin. She was in the process of slowly becoming warped. She was actually living in the darkness when we found her. So it's not clear that she is completely immune to the darkness's influence. She's been great and very helpful up until now. Basically, it is very blight-like, yes. It's very much like what are the evil creatures called in Dragon Age? I forget. Oh, shit. I can see them in my head. I can see their faces. I can't think what they're called. Darkspawn, yes. It's basically Darkspawn. Basically Darkspawn. Max knows what most of the choices are from here on, or would you prefer no back seating? No back seating, I'm gonna say. If you know of a choice, if you put it to you this way, if you would like to provide a hint about what kind of result a choice ends up in, like you could say, choose number 3, you're gonna stretch out the game, or ooh, choose number 1, you're gonna shorten the game, or something like that, then that would be fine. I'd accept that, but don't tell me if somebody lives or dies. Don't tell me if you know, don't give me any specifics, I guess is what I'm saying. So, the thing that I appreciate about the way Alfrun is framing this conversation is she's not saying to me, hey, we need to conspire right now. What she's saying is, look, if I'm right, you'll realize it, and when you do realize it, look to me and I'll help you. That I can actually go along with. That's fine. Because I feel like if they were being sinister, if Juno and Ivan were being sinister, Ivor would pick up on it and be able to react in time, I would think. So let's go with it right now. Let's just see how it all unfolds. We've only got 1 day left. Oh god. I ended up not resting at all, Max, per your suggestion, so let's see what that gets me. A distant rumble approaches. and all the things it could be race through your mind. Someone shouts, "Earthquake!" as the ground bucks beneath your feet. Violent shaking peels rock sheets off the nearby cliffs. They crash around you in great billowing clouds of dust. "Is everyone all right?" you shout in the aftermath. One day until we run out of time, basically, and then we either have to somehow manage more time or something drastic happens. "Knew I recognized you from somewhere," Valgard shouts. He's swinging at Oli with clenched fists. "This bastard tried to push me into the falling rocks." As the confusion and the dust clear, frustrated ravens are letting off steam with chance of fight. "Knew I recognized you from somewhere." How do Valgard and Ollie know each other? What? What is this about? Oli murdered a warlord in Strand back when I was a guard captain. Wait a minute! Valgard was a guard captain back in Strand? I think we saw him back in the first game, now that I think about it. I don't think he had a name. But I do think we saw him. Maybe I'm wrong. Guard captain in Strand. I never got a chance to thank him for all the good friends who were killed as a result. Oh, great. "Liar," retorts Oli. "I've never even been to Strand." "You're both lying," Juno interjects in a dark mood. Oli traveled to Strand where he did ignite the war, but no one was pushed toward falling rocks. And if you both wish to keep your history in the past... Both men pale from Juno's icy words, realizing they can keep no secrets. "That earthquake was no coincidence," Ivan says, changing the subject. "Same as when the serpent carved chasms through the earth above. Be on your guard." Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, we're out of time. So these cliffs were home for the dredge? Says Ditch. "Yes, as before. Why do you ask?" "We'll never know." We're out of time. Back to Arboron? Back to Arboron. So, Dr. Fat, Max 2. This is back above ground in a city that is basically the last bastion of territory that's not been enveloped by the darkness. So these are the last of all the humans, Varl, Horseborn, everybody, Stone Sink, the Dredge, everybody has gathered in the city, and they're all trying to fend off the darkness. But because it's all these different races compacted in this one tiny place with almost no resources, they're all fighting each other as well. It's an absolute mess. Alette is the leader of the group in this town, by the way. If Arborong's story is written on a tapestry, the edges are becoming frayed. The menders are dying, a few to the warped, a couple to stray arrows and mad revolters, one to exhaustion. Zephyr pulled them back to the next set of walls. The noose tightens. Not everybody survived the scramble to safer ground, and you can see the lurching bodies of the fallen just beyond the black veil. Gone, but not dead. Shit, so before we had outskirts and menders out here that we could watch, take care of. Now there's almost nothing left. We have wall, commons, houses, markets, heroes. So basically, depending on what choices we make here, we'll be able to get a little bit more time for the heroes marching underground. None of these are, I feel like we need the promotions more than anything. Damn, she's already rank 5. Wow. Okay, that's worth it. I'm gonna go with it. Go with that as well. That leaves me 10, which I think gets me 1 regular promotion, right? At least for the higher level people. Okay, that's all the points I have. Alright. So again, I'm wondering if a choice of one of these precludes me from others. Last time it did not. But I don't know that it's true this time. But let's start furthest out and work our way back in. Which means we're going to start at the walls. Come quick, says a bloodied guard. He leads you up the wall to the menders, worse for wear. The warped, pouring out of the darkness, are still mostly dredge. But now you recognize more and more of them as Arborong's clansmen turned into nightmare creatures. Where is... you begin, noticing a pile of dead guards and a panicked mender holding his light against the approaching warped. You're drowned out by the cries of Horseborn and find the butchered corpse of Scathach amongst dozens of other Horseborn bodies. Oh no, Scathach's dead. I did, in the last play session, leave Scathach and the Horseborn in charge of the walls, so that must explain why they're dead. They were poorly prepared for this fight, and many deserted. The rampaging warped have turned toward the menders. Don't let them fall, you shout. Uh-oh, here comes a fight. Okay. Here's the thing. Last time we fought on the walls, it was very narrow, and we hated the fact that we could not... we had too many large fighters. So I'm thinking Ursa actually might be a pretty good fit for this fight because 2 reasons. 1, she's smaller. 2, she can throw her flaming blah 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 blah, her tar thing, which can, in a narrow space, can do much more limitation on. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Limit mobility of the enemy. Now the question is, do I want to replace Alette? Maybe Goodwonder? I think I do, actually. Okay, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Dr. Fat will be back in a moment. Okay. So, the walls are just as narrow, but our orientation has changed. Instead of fighting against each other this way, we're fighting against each other this way. Actually, this could be kind of a good thing, because if we start out on one end, all the other enemies have a harder time getting to us. It's going to take them longer to get to us. I think I'm gonna go like that. The idea being we take out this dude first, then take out this middle group, and then work on these last two guys. See how this goes. Dr. Fat's back. Welcome back. Oh, I forgot to check what order do they go in. Okay, so next is that guy. That's fine. After that is that guy. Okay. So we're going to want Goodwinter and Tricky to take down his strength. Then Horseborn. Then Horseborn. Then Clansman. Axeman. The other Varl. Okay, good start. Really working on his armor. Ah, shit. Petrus, you're no good to me back there. Gunolf's not going to be able to go anywhere because Tricky's in the way. Nice. That's awesome. Gunolf, you have to wait. Yeah, use Ursa to take down the Varl's armor. Probably the next turn. I'm gonna get Bastion here in the way of these people. Resisted. Very nice. Alright, Trigby. Okay, another kill. Wearing down that dude's armor. Okay. Man, they really hate Bastion. Okay, so I'm just going to try to get him as forward as possible. Taking your advice, Max. King Gunolf can't do shit. Dodged. Very nicely. Very nicely done. Okay, good wonder. Just gonna go hit her! Damn it! I was thinking I should get somebody in front of her, but I didn't in time, did I? Tricky can't do anything from back there. Except hit him, which I don't want him to do, because then he'll block Gunolf. Of course, that guy's going to get to go again before Gunolf anyway. Okay. Trigby, get in the way. Bastion's down! That was stupid of me, wasn't it? Should have seen that coming. Oh, rats. Hit the elite guard, I don't care. Well, we did it. We lost Bastion to injury, and we lost Ursa to injury. And I don't think I want to fight anymore. I think I want to flee. Could have done that better. What other games have I streamed? Well, I have streamed Dishonored. I don't know, have I streamed any other games? Oh, I've streamed some Darkest Dungeon, though I only do that on the rare Saturday when I get to stream. Uh, huh. I can't think of what else. Somebody will have to remind me if I've streamed anything else. The warped monsters behind the light are becoming increasingly aggressive. Of course, I only stream like once a week. Oh, Pillars of Eternity? I have not yet, though I do own the game. I could stream it at some point. Usually I only stream 2 games, so I only stream 1 night a week, which is Thursday nights, and I only stream 2 games in that block of time. So I stream for about 3 hours and 90 minutes each I spend on a game. So right now it's actually, since I started streaming, it's been Morrowind in the first half, and then one of the Banner Saga games or Dishonored in the second half. Tiny bit of Skyrim way early on, yeah. The warped monsters beyond the light are becoming increasingly aggressive. Oh, that's great. Despite the victory, the writing is on the wall. We bought some time, Zephyr says, but this is not sustainable. We're going to have to fall back before long. Okay, so we still have both options, commons and houses. Let's go to... Well, the houses are right next to the walls too, and they're all burning, so let's go to the houses first. Black soot billows up from ramshackle shelters and is spreading to bigger buildings at an alarming rate. Fire! Distant shouts confirm. Morrowind, Dishonored, Banner Saga 1, 2, 3, Darkest Dungeon only so far. Yep. Kingdom Come. Oh, that's right, I have streamed Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's true. That's true, I forgot about that. Serve as I'm right, you overhear a Varl say, watching from a safe distance. You realize he's talking about Ruga's loyalists, who scramble to save their own things from a fire they probably started. This is an opportunity to press an attack against Ruga's loyalists? Fuck yeah, let's do it. Your hands shake. Have you ever done something like this before? Is this who you are now? I beat Ruga to death with my fists. I'm pretty sure this is who I am right now. You push the questions aside. The chance to make some of the worst criminals in Arborong disappear into the smoke is too tempting. I mean, Oldleaf basically died because of Ruga's loyalists, right? They're the ones who, like, forced her to come out with me. They didn't force her. They encouraged her to come out with me. Finishing the grim work, you wipe the blood from your... Oh, there's no fight. Okay. If it means less bloodshed of innocence, you can live with that. Eventually the fire burns itself out, but not before taking whole streets with it. As far as anyone can tell, you were just there to help. Okay. Choice is made. Commons. A livid crowd of horseborn confront each other. You recognize Canary and Deirdre amongst them. At their hooves lay victims of the spat. Canary is waving her javelin threateningly. You can't be certain what has sparked them this time, or who's to blame. Alright, let's try to convince Canary to put her weapon down. Oh, so it's 2 groups of horseborn. Okay, and Canary and Deirdre are facing off. Convince Canary to put her weapon down. Canary looks at you with confusion, turning to disgust when she gets your meaning. She screams in her own tongue at Deirdre, who responds with a dagger. Canary is the better fighter and turns the blade back on Deirdre. Uh-oh. The crowd panics. Horseborn trample anyone in their way as they beat a path away from blades and arrows. Some pursue, others retreat. Amongst the bodies left in their wake is Deirdre, poisoned by her own blade. You will never find out what happened or why. Damn. One more day? Oh, God. That's it? Yeesh. Okay. Last time I got 7 days, and before that I got 14. And I guess I got 6 days last time and 14 before. Ugh. Excuse me. So now we're back underground, and I have a day. This time the shifting shadows in the corners of your eyes are real, ahead and behind. The others have noticed and are quietly pulling blades, flickering like a school of fish as you press together. There are warped everywhere ahead, clustered together to slow your progress, and more dot the horizon. We're so close, says Valgard. Do you know his frustration? Make your way around. We don't have time. Find a good spot to stand your ground. We may never move again. Charge and break through the crowd. What are we waiting for? You shout. Push through. Okay. Here we go. That's a shitty one for her to have. Lost track of what playable characters have bit the dust in this. Oh, there's so many. So many. More of that. Because I think I'm going to give this to her. Give that to Folka. I just gave this to Folka, didn't I? What do you have, Percy? Give that to Percy. Sure. Give that to Juno. One, three, two in that order. I believe literally all of them can die in this one, huh? Yeah, 1 and 2 were nowhere near as brutal. 1, 3, 2. Well, I've played 1 more often than the other 2, so I feel much more familiar with 1's combat abilities. They add a whole bunch of combat abilities in 2 and 3 that I am just not familiar with, and so I have not gotten as good at combat in these latter games. So yeah, I'd say 1 is probably still my favorite. 2 was exciting because it expanded the world a lot more than 1 let on. And as cool as it is to be exploring the underworld, your counterpart party is just stuck in Arboron, which is interesting from a stress perspective, but isn't really exploring. I don't know. It'd be hard to choose between 2 and 3. I'd rate them pretty evenly at this point, but I do still prefer 1 the most. Yeah. 1 certainly has the most heartbreaking ending for sure. Well, I haven't seen 3's ending, but okay. I think this is what I'm going with here. Percy's injured. He's going to only have 13 strength. Is it even worth it to have him in the party? Might be. So, I could choose a heroic title for Alfrun next time. That's something I'll want to do. Alright. I guess I'm keeping Bercy in there. I think so, Walter. I think so. When you look at the map is massive, and in the first game they only explore maybe like a fifth of it. I guess it's possible that they got into the project thinking that they would make one game and then realized, oh wait, this is way bigger than we thought it was going to be, and while our Kickstarter was great, it's not enough to do everything we wanted, so let's break it into 3 games. They could have done that, I suppose. But I have a feeling that they thought this would be more than one game. Okay, here we go. Let's not look back. Let's just do it. Charging ahead. Fuck. It's a lot of big dudes. Okay, wait. 2 Scourges, 2 Stone Guards, a Stone Singer. One of those fuckers. Don't think, do. And a Grunt. Okay, so here's the thing. It's tempting to go after the Stone Singer first, but that would place me within reach of all 4 of these fuckers. There's no sinkholes, are there? I don't see any sinkholes. Whoa, look at all this. Oof. Ugh. I don't know. Okay, sure. Oh, fuck. Ivor's drunkenness can't even get him to these dudes. And they can get to him. Well, he can. Alright, so what order? The Stone Singer goes first. Then him. Then him. Then the beast. Him. Him. Presumably him. He's not on the map yet. He's not on the map either. He's not in the rotation yet. Okay, just one. That's so stupid. Damn it. It's cold in Max's house. Fuck Connecticut. Yeah. Okay, let's start doing damage. About to get a nor'easter. Ooh. Sounds fun. Alright. This is crazy, but I'm using my stone singer to break armor. So I can do a ton of damage, actually. This is the fucker that I'm worried about. I don't know where he's gonna go. Oh, there's a slinger back there. I didn't even see that. I hate those things. Oh, nice. Okay, you didn't do any damage to me. That's great. Resisted. Very nice. Yeah, it does seem like a wasted turn for the burrower. You are correct. Okay. Okay. Alright, Ivor. It's your time to shine, man. Well, if I could get Bercy there, he'd be in primo spot, but he won't get there before shit goes crazy. Fuck. 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 Of course. Well, thank goodness you deflected, Volca. I was wondering if he was going to get to Ivor or not. He did. Oh no, Percy's diseased. That sucks. +1 per 2 tiles jumped. She needs to do 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Save your willpower. Let's see what happened there. Did it set a booby trap somewhere? I can't tell. I do love Alfarun. Yep. She's fantastic. No, he goes next. That's crazy talk. Sweet. So Bercy's worthless to me now. Fucking hell. Brucey. Yeah, Brucey, what a pain in the ass, that guy. Ah, thanks, Sir Torch. Torch Bug. Appreciate it. That's 2 attacks now, where he... Oh, dude! Ivor, your drunkenness is killing me. Yeah, I know. I was thinking I would walk Ivor. I walked Ivor past Bercy, and I was hoping he would catch the aura. But he didn't. God damn it. Hell, Bercy. What? What? There was a trap, wasn't there? Fuck. Ah. Well, Bercy's dead. Might as well just try to break some armor, dude. Worthless piece of shit. That was awesome. No, Varros have not been the best. Please hit this time, dude. Thank you. For fuck's sake. That's okay. Kill it. Nice, baby. Yeah. Little Jacob. Yeah, he's gonna crash it under the ground, though. That's the problem. Damn, hang on, Juno. Although, if you go down, it's not the worst thing in the world. She has no willpower, so I don't care about that. She can only break 2 armor, though. Okay. Go break some armor. Bye, Juno. Ooh, she resisted. Please hit. Thank you. She's... Oh, nope, now she's down. Okay. This means that Ivor's going to take a bit of damage, but we'll be okay. I could have just used these, couldn't I? Ah! He dodged it. Okay. Oh, she walked into her body. She's back, baby! Whatever. Done. Wallace and Gromit? Really? That's interesting. I don't know that I have watched enough Wallace and Gromit to think that that music would fit. Oh, too many injuries. And I'm pretty sure we're out of time. Right? Oh, same use of brass, okay. The Warped are becoming more restless. Seems to be more and more of them, Spargrive's rubbing his sore shoulders. You nod. Must mean we're getting close. Okay, this is it, the last day. 10:06. Oh, yep, we're at the top of the hour, aren't we? Well, we'll get to this, what I hope is a stopping point. Warped dredge bodies ornament this hill like crenellations, some sitting or slumped, all dead. What happened here? Grunts Falgard, pushing one over with his foot. Hundreds can be seen from the hilltop, and they look suspiciously arranged. This wasn't a battle, Valgard continues, noting the same. Juno and Ivan have nothing to add. Wait, what if this is a warning of some kind for something ahead, suggests Ditch. Inspect briefly for clues. We don't have any time. Let's get out of here. Feynham, Oli adds, putting a bookend on the conversation. Leave the bodies to their resting places. Kadang. Come on, sudden long battle. No, no. Oh my god. Arborong is just the town hall now. Armies have crashed against the steep black cliffs of Arborong before, as the warped do now. We retreated again, but it was costly. Thousands more dead, but necessary. Banshee wails went on long into the encroaching night. But the black rock wall has never been breached, the menders tell you. Even with so many slaughtered, space is scarce. Alio nods when you tell him you're going to get some air. Frickin' fruit fly. I think it died. Outside the crowded gathering halls, survivors camp in different clusters atop the black rock. I wonder how many families sewn upon your banner are just memories now. Then you note how strange the silence sounds. Clans have lost their taste for troublemaking. Even the warped have withdrawn. Maybe you're safe up here. Maybe the menders are right. Ugh. Alright, gang, this is it. This is where we leave off until next time. Who knows? We might finish the game next time. This looks like the very, very end of Arborong here. So if Ivor and the Ravens don't make it to the Black Sun in the next go, I think it's all toast. Whoa. There's a weird shadow thing moving out there. Look at it. Is that the serpent? You can just see something large. Ugh. Okay. Anyway. We'll have to leave it for next time. Hey, everybody who's been in the chat with me tonight, thanks very much for hanging out. I appreciate having you guys here. It's been tons of fun. Morrowind and Banner Saga both. Those of you who were not here this evening but were catching up on YouTube, thanks very much for doing so. I hope you guys will do so in the future. I stream every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I can't, but I hope if you are able to, you'll come and join me. Thanks very much, Walter and Max, for hanging out. Thanks, Dr. Fat, for hanging out. Sorcerer Dave for hanging out. I know Xeno was here earlier. Publican, I think, was here for a little bit. Maybe? Hang on. Let me check. Toodles, Dave. Oh, Lord Holloway, Charlie, right. Akihan. Jaza is apparently here. I didn't see Jaza. Daryl. MCR. Dr. Fat. Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out this evening. We'll end the stream here. We'll pick it up next week, and we'll see if we can get to the shocking conclusion of the Banner Saga 3. Until then, everybody, take care. Thanks for watching, and I will see you around.